Saskatchewan master artist Leon Lacoursiere lives in Delmas, a small town in the west central area of the province. He has a creative genius that enables him to work in almost any media. Wood, metal, jewelry, construction, Leon has done it all. His personal commitment to perfection is evident after even a cursory look at one of his pieces. His creations are collected by museums and individual collectors from around the world. One of his pieces, entitled Scales in Bronze and Wood, was selected for display in the Prime Minister's office at the Commonwealth Conference in Vancouver in 1987. This was such an exciting time for Leon as Prime Minister Brian Mulroney and Queen Elizabeth II both had a chance to view his work of art. Leon created this piece using rosewood and maple for contrasting elements and fit them with extreme precision into carved bronze. Making this set of scales really did involve some extraordinary talent. Come with me now as we learn the technique Leon used to make the brass and rosewood leaf that decorates the top of the scales. First of all, Leon draws a leaf shape on the piece of brass, and then he uses a small saw to cut that shape out. A scribe is then used to mark the edges where the wood will be inserted. The brass inside the scribed area is then removed with carving tools to create a seat for the rosewood leaf. Leon explains how he taps the wood into the brass to get a perfect fit.
What this is hollow, I cut a piece of wood, or that's rosewood. The brass is cut square, but it's the wood that I bevel.
Oh, yeah.
Then I use a hammer and tap it in the brass, and it makes a shiny spot. Then I take my file and I take the shiny spot, then I keep.
Okay, so that's how you get the exact fit. The next decade in wood turning was filled with a rebirth in interest and accessibility to tools, techniques, and information. The American Association of Woodturners was born in 1986 and had a tremendous influence on turners in North America and throughout the world. Leon was able to attend classes by the top turners and teachers in the turning world. His unique talent for understanding how tools work and his impeccable sense of design made him a sponge for absorbing this information. He rapidly incorporated this new knowledge into his wood-turning life. With his creative mind in overdrive, he developed a personal aesthetic which includes fine details, flowing curves, intricate placement of unique elements, and an overall attention to beautiful form. Let's have a look at one example that exemplifies Leon's unique sense of design. This piece won the coveted Premier's Prize at the 2002 Saskatchewan Craft Council's Dimensions Show, and later went to Japan in a show called East Meets West.
The tour Japan. It was the very first time I entered an exhibition, and I was shocked.
Leon, can you explain to me some of the techniques you used to make this ebony and silver piece?
The ebony is all these tubes that I different sizes tubes.
So those are hollow tubes.
Yeah, these
Okay.
are hollow. They're hollow, so then I turn some ebony. Then
I see, so you turn the ebony down until it just fits inside the silver tube. Okay, so let's follow along as Leon explains how he incorporates the ebony-filled tubes into the body of the piece.
Yeah, that's okay. You can just show it. So that would go in there.
that's mounted in the truck.
Yeah.
Then I use this
Leon modified the drill press to run on a track attached to the lathe. This allows him to precisely place a drill bit for drilling the holes in the wooden vessel.
Move it, then I can adjust it, then I can lower, whatever.
Yeah. And then you bring that over, and then so this is held into the chuck.
Yeah, and these are, if you try to drill it on the side, your bit will,
Yeah.
they're really small, so they'll bend over. So I made this, make it square. Got this divider.
Okay, so you've got an indexing wheel that you made up so that you can get exact.
Then I can.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Then ultimately, the round tube, when it's cut on an angle, turns into this elliptical shape.
And somebody told me it would be a lot easier to use epoxy, dye the epoxy black. Well, it says it's not silver, it's not ebony and silver.
Yeah. Yeah, it has ebony and silver. It's got to be ebony and silver. Yeah.
Well, yeah, not epoxy.
Yeah.
Imitation.
Yeah.
The last section of this video introduces a mechanical robot that will blow your mind. By way of introduction, and to help understand the need for such a machine, let's look at one of Leon's finely crafted maple bowls.
So the delicate leaf-like branches coming off were all solid at one time, and then you've carved that away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, very, very beautiful.
So how the heck does Leon do this intricate work? In his early days, he used a small vise which led to awkward body mechanics and sore muscles. I'll let him explain.
Tell me a bit of history about how this machine came about, like what made you want to do it?
Oh, I started doing some carving on bowls. I was using this. The problem, you gotta put your tools down, broadhead, then you turn this. It was a pan.
It worked, but it was a lot of extra work and it's slow going.
Yeah, you always had to put your tools down. And then one day, I finished the carving. My neck was sore and everything, because a lot of times I wouldn't move it and carve this way.
So your body's in an uncomfortable position and you're trying to make the carving work.
And I was having coffee with my wife, and I said, there's got to be a better way of doing this.
A sore body, a coffee break, and a simple statement, there has to be a better way, pushed Leon into a multi-year project. His goal was to create a machine that would replace a common ball vise with a complex, remote-controlled robotic arm capable of infinite adjustments. How difficult could that be, you might ask? Well, many years and many iterations later, Leon has the only known robotic carving arm in existence. It's a testament to his imagination, his unimaginable technical skills, and sheer determination that this machine now exists. Let's have a tour of the machine's capabilities, and we'll see how Leon uses it for carving his bowls. The machine sits on a heavy base that is adjustable in height. Leon modified the casters by adding heavier ball bearings to carry the weight. Leon's attention to detail and near obsession with perfection led him to design this beautiful logo to attach to his robot. The machine's electronic brain was built by a friend of Leon's who programs the motors in large mining machines. Leon was overjoyed when he found a person right in North Battleford who had the skills to move his robot arm to completion. Leon will now sit in the pilot seat and show us how to fly this jumbo jet. Turning the dials on the box sends a signal to the step motors which run the machine. We're going to just speed the video up so I can show you how Leon can move the arm into any position so he can sit and be comfortable while carving. I want to highlight another feature of the robot that integrates Leon's multiple skill sets of mechanics, physics, welding, smelting, and finishing. As you can see, the arm is loaded with motors, shafts, supports, platforms, and the payload to be carved. This adds up to a lot of weight, putting pressure on the main shaft and tempting the machine to topple into Leon's lap. The solution was to build a sliding, weighted box to create an adjustable counterbalance to take pressure off the main shaft. There is also a box on the back of the machine filled with lead weights to prevent the machine from toppling forward. As you can imagine, there would have been many nights with an aha moment where you wake up, grab some paper and a pen, and record your dream-inspired solution to the day's problems. I think it's time we watch Leon do a demonstration on how he actually uses this machine to do some carving.